Caribbean Airlines is advised to make major changes if it's to return to profitability. And in sport, Guyana Jaguars lead the regional four-day competition, but Trinidad and Tobago Red Force close behind. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, November 14th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Guyana Jaguars lead the early running. They have won their two opening round matches. To discuss the early season in the regional four-day tournament, we have with us our cricket analyst, Dexter Mitchell. Dexter, your impressions of the early goings?
So far, there seems to be some slight improvement in the performances. The games are lasting a bit longer. We still have a couple of games that finish within 2 or 3 days.
A recommendation has been made to Trinidad and Tobago state-owned carrier Caribbean Airlines that it cut routes, freeze wages and end sweetheart deals with pilots to help return the company to profitability. In its review of the airline, a joint select committee of Parliament described its findings as mind-boggling, saying the company had failed to deliver and had racked up significant losses. The inquiry revealed several discrepancies, including pilots abusing travel privileges. Janine Brown of CNews reports.
Several operational practices within Caribbean Airlines Limited have raised a few eyebrows amongst the members in Parliament's Joint Select Committee. Key among the concerns, pilots abusing their travel privileges.
We requested from the company a schedule showing how many jump seats for trips were taken by pilots for personal use. And as we reported previously, there was more than one individual who ran up very high numbers. We couldn't understand how could one man make 100 free jump seat personal trips a year. 100. I mean, when do you work?
The committee recommends instead that the first 20 jump seats used for personal reasons be deducted from the employee's annual allocation of free travel, after which an additional 20 flights max can be accessed. CAL is also being advised to reconsider some of its standard routes to North American destinations, as records show a continuous decline in passenger numbers.
Where over the past 5 years, there have been unabated trend of declining passenger numbers and massive financial losses.
Chairman David Small says that this reality should serve as a clarion call for management to address the matter within the JSE's recommended time of 3 months.
After 12 hours of deliberations and 168 amendments, the controversial National Identification and Registration Bill was passed in the Senate in Jamaica last night. The bill, when it becomes law, will facilitate the implementation of a national identification system that will see each citizen provided with a 9-digit national identification number, which they will have for life. The amendments included changes to a controversial clause that now ensures every registered individual is entitled to obtain a record of all requests made about their personal data. The bill will return to the House of Representatives for final review. Opposition senators did not vote for the bill. They had insisted that the bill was being rushed and was not properly thought out, and also suggested that the legislation go before a joint select committee of Parliament, which could consult with various interest groups. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said over the weekend that the legislation would help fight corruption. He said the absence of a uniform system of identification enables corrupt people to escape accountability and creates an ecosystem of informality, pervasiveness, and dark corners in which corruption hides and thrives. More than 24 former Guyanese government officials will soon be facing the law courts for alleged wrongdoing in public office. The Guyana State Assets Recovery Agency says it has 25 solid cases of officials under the former People's Progressive Party administration using their high office to unlawfully acquire properties. The agency's Deputy Director Aubrey Heath Reitmeyer says that with Cabinet's approval of required resources for its work, lawyers would begin proceedings against the accused. Heath Reitmeyer says they have lawyers standing by and things will move forward apace once the approval is given. And he assured that the agency was not on a witch hunt, but simply collecting what belonged to the people of Guyana. The David Granger administration has promised to be tough on corruption, but it has been dogged by allegations that it is unfairly going after former PPP officials. The British Virgin Islands is getting $3 million from the Caribbean Development Bank, the CBD, to clean up the territory in the aftermath of 3 major weather events earlier this year. Premier Dr. Orlando Smith told legislators yesterday that $600,000 of that amount is a grant and $2.25 million is being loaned. The BVI was impacted by a tropical wave in August and 2 Category 5 hurricanes, Irma and Maria, in September. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
Music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
I am eating on my own now.
Meet Sherry Bond, who runs a skunk rescue operation in Southern California.
We get a lot of calls and we pick up these animals and take care of them until either they need vet care. We give them flea baths and pick ticks off of them, and I get them on good formula and vitamins. The animals aren't afraid of people by nature, and these guys are already used to people.
Trinidad and Tobago Red Force are now nipping at the heels of leaders Guyana Jaguars after their big win in the 3rd round of the Regional 4-Day Championship last weekend. Red Force had moved into 2nd place in the standings on 41.4 points, just 5 points behind 3-time reigning champions Jaguars, who escaped defeat on the final day of their contest against Leeward Islands Hurricanes. Now, Hurricanes, who started the round in 2nd spot, now lie 3rd on 38.6 points, with the top 3 teams all unbeaten so far in the tournament. Barbados Pride, who drew with Jamaica Scorpions in the rain-hit day-night affair at Sabina Park, are 4th on 23.2 points, while Scorpions are 5th on 18.2 points. Volcanoes, who have lost 2 of 3 matches so far, lie bottom of the table on 15.6 points. Now, in round 4, bowling off Thursday, Red Force hosts Jaguar at the Brian Lara Stadium. In a top-of-the-table day-night clash, Hurricanes welcome Scorpions to Warner Park, while Pride travel to Arnesfield Stadium to take on Volcanoes. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.